Right guys, this is Adam and Carl from Thoughts in Motion, and today we're going to be talking about anxieties and the unknown. Ooh. So I'm going to start this off because you can't start shit. Basically my biggest anxiety is social situations.
Yes.
And I've done a few blogs about this, which was the fighting social anxiety.
Yeah, I remember them,
Parts 1, 2 and 3. And basically I talked a lot about how going into clubs and big social venues would make me freak out, and like I'd start to sweat and panic, and eventually I'd throw up. So I'd come in to a club like maybe 15 minutes in, and it would just be building in my stomach, rising, and then I'd just have to run away and leave all my friends because I couldn't deal with the music, the lights, everyone around. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, it's understandable.
And it was like I stopped going out for ages, and then I realized that it was something that I needed to get over, my fear of like people and being people, like talking to people, and like I couldn't even say hello to some people. Like I can't even talk to the barman. I'm just like, we order a drink for us.
Which is crazy seeing how you are now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, but I couldn't even talk to the barman. I couldn't get his attention. I didn't want to wave him down. Yeah. I was just like hands in the pockets kind of thing, you know. And it was hard to go through a time where knowing that you're going to go out and try and push out of some sort of comfort zone and throw up in the meantime. Like nobody wants to throw up.
Yeah, exactly.
Your body doesn't want to throw up, and to push yourself into throwing up is a horrible thing to do.
You know, you're pushing yourself to a certain extent if that's happening as well.
Exactly, but it's like, it wasn't healthy, in all fairness. It wasn't healthy, but it worked out in the long run. You know, like if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be making these videos, I wouldn't be typing, I wouldn't feel confident if I hadn't have done it.
You had to force yourself to overcome it, even if that did mean puking and being ill, and kind of put yourself in a certain state almost to become a better person, to become confident, to overcome the anxiety.
Exactly. I remember throwing up in like the cubicle didn't have, one of the clubs I was in, the cubicle didn't have a door, and the toilet was blocked, and I just started running, and this guy behind was like, "Oh, I had too many, mate," and I was just like, "I've had like half a one." He was like, "Oh, you're lightweight." You know what I mean?
Of course.
But like people don't understand what people go through. Like if you look around in any sort of social situation, there's always people that don't know how to react to it. So if you stand about and look around, there's people with like drinks.
If you really take notice and kind of think about it,
if you really look around, there's people that stand like this, closed off, like the beers are up here, they're looking around, like it's kind of cool. And then there's the ones that are used to it and don't give a shit, and they're the ones in the middle of the dance floor going
or like running around and talking to everyone.
Running around doing an aeroplane like this, you know what I mean? Like running around talking to everybody. Those are the people that have like either naturally done this or progressively done it through like years and years and years. But maybe not so much thought about it. But I had to think about it, because otherwise I would never went out and just went, "Oh, it's not me. I'm not a social person." Do you know what I mean? And I mean, even going to work and stuff, I originally applied for a bartender position because I thought I'll just have to take I didn't know what it was. I was like, I'll take the orders and then give them the drinks, and that's it. That's the extent of social conversation that I have to have. And then they were like, "Oh, we'll make you a waiter."
I have to talk to people.
Do you know what's really funny? Going back, it didn't last as long as, you know, it didn't last as long as this throwing up in clothes business, but to go over to a table and say, "Hi, how you doing? Would you like some drinks?" was scary. It was scary to do something that it was my job. Like even with the comfort of knowing that it was my job, it was still scary. Like
I understand that, because to a certain extent that's still how I feel in certain situations like that. I haven't kind of overcame that as much as you have, kind of like talking to new people, strangers, kind of like getting past something that isn't small talk, essentially. Like I really kind of struggle with that. Like I don't like having small talk, but at the same time, if I don't know someone, I feel like small talk's all I can do. It's all I'm like.
But it's like again, you don't put yourself forward as well. Like talking to people really makes you understand more about yourself. So the more you talk to people, the more you start to understand about how you actually want to talk and how you actually want to be. Like I didn't realize I was a cocky little shit until I started doing that. Like I was really quiet. I was really sweet as a child. I wouldn't like I was the one that got patted on the head as a child. Oh, like, your son's so cute, and he doesn't talk, but he's cute, and he just like stand there like you know, and like. But now I'm just like, I'll meet someone, and like my uncle, you know, he's like, "Hi Adam," I'm like, "Hey bitch." You know what I mean? Like that is the extent of how it works now.
Exactly.
But
I know.
It's scary to think that that's what I once was like. You know what I mean? I mean, looking at me now, you didn't know me back then, and what have you. But
I only knew you after that, so that's kind of to the extent of how far I can see you. But I can understand, obviously from the stories that you told me, I can understand that that's where you came from. That's what you had to overcome.
It's like trial by fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trial by fire, but.
Should I talk about mine a bit now?
You go on about the unknown.
So now we're going to transition into kind of the unknown topic side of it. This is something that I still kind of struggle with at times. I've learned to deal with it, learned to overcome it, all those kind of things. But sometimes it'll kind of the anxiety and the feelings will pop up every so often, and that is the kind of, it's almost like a fear rather than an anxiety, but that fear leads to anxiety. It's kind of the fear of the unknown, like not knowing what's going to happen in the future, not knowing what's going to lead where, if it's going to lead to a positive thing, a negative thing, kind of just what's going to happen. Like I feel like I like being kind of, it sounds really ridiculous, but I like being in control of my life so much that the minute I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know where this is going, I don't know where it's leading, my mind goes into like panic mode.
Because you are very schedule orientated though.
Yeah,
like you have a diary of...
Relating back to the chimp paradox, the chimp mind almost takes over because that's the most powerful mindset, and that's what sends you into natural kind of overdrive. That's when the anxiety comes in, and that's when you start to have all these issues and problems that you need to overcome.